Let's start with a million-dollar question. Can Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump? It's shaping into a contest. A few days ago, Trump seemed invincible. The attempt on his life led to a groundswell of support. It ended the re-election campaign of a sitting president. Headlines said the bullet hit Trump, but it killed Biden's bid. Now Biden is out and the plot is shifting. Kamala Harris is gaining ground. A new poll is out. It shows Harris in the lead over Trump. It's a small lead, barely 2 percentage points, but it's a lead nonetheless. According to this poll, 44% voters support Kamala Harris. 44%. 42% are for Donald Trump. What about the rest? 5% voters want a different candidate. The remaining 9% are undecided. Now, let me add here that this is just one poll, and Harris only has a marginal lead. Nonetheless, these numbers should alarm Trump. This is the first poll to come out after the Republican convention and Biden's announcement. Trump was the star of the convention. He won the nomination hands down. It was a coronation of sorts. Trump was riding a high, and the election victory looked achievable. Compare this with Kamala Harris, starting a late campaign, doesn't have a running mate yet, and is yet to officially secure her party's nomination. She is the underdog, yet she's beaten Trump in the first poll of this week.
There's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement for Kamala. She's obviously raising a ton of money. This is her first public event since she became the presumptive nominee. Certainly, she's a good person to take the case against Trump.
First of all, she can take down Trump in a heartbeat. She can eviscerate him with her words. She is by far the most superior candidate we have right now, obviously.
At the risk of sounding repetitive, let me add that polls are not the final deal. They can get things wrong. Just look at the exit polls of India, which were way off the mark. Or ask Hillary Clinton. She lost to Trump in 2016 despite doing well in polls. So take them with more than a pinch of salt. And yet polls matter because they help in gauging the voter sentiment, the broad trend of an election. And based on these numbers, Harris may or may not be able to beat Trump, but he's not running away with the election just yet. It is going to be a fight. The pollsters asked some specific questions about the candidates, like who is more sharp mentally, who is sharper. 56% of the voters said Harris is sharper than Trump and Biden. That's a valuable insight for Kamala Harris and her advisors. The Democratic convention is weeks away. The party is working to reposition Kamala Harris. They want to create a strong narrative for her campaign. And yesterday we saw the first signs of this. Harris held her first campaign event and she attacked Donald Trump.
Before I was elected vice president, before I was elected United States Senator, I was elected Attorney General of the state of California, and I was a courtroom prosecutor before then. And in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain.
She's making progress on other fronts as well. In the last 2 days, she has whipped up endorsements from hundreds of Democrats. Yesterday, top Democrats in the U.S. Congress endorsed Harris.
She said she would work to earn the support of our party, and boy, has she done so in quick order. Vice President Harris has done a truly impressive job securing the majority of delegates needed to win the Democratic Party's nomination to be our next president of the United States.
She now has enough votes to secure her party's nomination. There are no visible signs of dissent or opposition to her within the party. Plus, the money is flowing in. Democratic donors have sent more than $100 million to the Harris campaign. After she replaced Joe Biden, Harris and the Democrats have raised a whopping $250 million, $250 million in the past few days. This money was raised in a little over 40 hours after Biden's announcement. $250 million in 40 hours. So from endorsements to fundraising and most crucially mass support, Kamala Harris seems to be ticking all the boxes. Meanwhile, the Republicans are amping up the attacks. They want to slow down Harris. The Trump camp has filed a complaint over Joe Biden's campaign funds. That's more than $90 million. That's the money that Biden had raised. But when he dropped out of the race, the money went to Kamala Harris. Her campaign moved the Federal Election Commission. That is America's election watchdog, the Federal Election Commission. And they replaced Biden's name with that of Harris. So the money went to Kamala Harris. So now she controls Biden's war chest. The Trump camp has complained against this. They argue that this money cannot be transferred. In fact, let me quote from the complaint. This effort makes a mockery of our campaign finance laws. So Trump is targeting Harris's funds. His party is going after her track record, especially her failure to tackle immigration.
And Kamala Harris is Joe Biden's open border czar. By every metric, Harris has failed to secure our borders, advancing far-left Democrats' failed open border policies and the needs of illegals over the safety of American citizens.
So the Republicans are going after Kamala Harris, all guns blazing. Their top party leaders say they should tone it down. Apparently, some instructions have been issued to stop attacking Kamala Harris on her race, gender and identity and to focus more on her policies. Not sure if Donald Trump and J.D. Vance got the memo.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Eric Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital.